What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be going over the best IMAX settings for streaming and playing video games at the same time, preferably streaming on normal OBS and playing on Fortnite. What I found on YouTube is a bunch of tutorials that say that they work when they really don't. The computer that I have, it's a 27-inch Mac, terabyte of storage, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and for some reason it's just so bad at streaming and playing video games at the same time. So I've tested a bunch of different resolutions, different bit rates and stuff like that, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and this is the best possible settings that I have found. So we're going to go over three different things. We're going to go over OBS, we're going to go over Fortnite, and we're also going to go over this right here, which I'll show you what that is later. Anyway, first let's go into OBS. So the first thing you want to do is when you add the Fortnite game itself, you would usually do game capture, right? Because you're like, oh, Fortnite's a game or whatever. Well, you actually don't. You do display capture. And what display capture does is it shows your whole entire window, right? And what this does is it renders Fortnite like less or whatever, so it's less on your CPU. So basically Fortnite performs better. So usually what you'd think is like when you open up Fortnite, you're probably like, oh, well, it's taken up like not all the screen or whatever. So that is why you go into here, and I'll show you a little bit of that later, but let's go back into OBS. First, I want to show you my OBS settings before we get into Fortnite. The OBS settings right here, the stream itself, that's that. The output, turn this to advanced if it's on simple. Turn the encoder to this. Rate control, turn that to CBR, and 3000 bit rate. This really varies depending on how your internet is. My internet is Wi-Fi, and it's not even Ethernet cabled, and this works for me. It's still even a bit stuttery, but 3000 for me is good. If you have better internet, if you are Ethernet cabled, I would raise this to maybe 3500, maybe even 4000. But if you're like me and you have Wi-Fi, just keep it at 3000. This is a big one here, CPU usage preset. This is at very fast. Turn that to super fast. What that does is it renders every single frame less, which gives your CPU more time to go through the frames because it takes less time to go through each one. Now the audio is just 44.1. I don't think I've changed anything here because it's just audio. And anyway, the video, my base canvas is 1920 by 1080. Output is 1280 by 720. Do this one, fastest but blurry, and 30 FPS. And I think that that's it for here. Yeah, it is. So that's basically OBS. Remember to do display capture and also to change those settings or whatever. And now here's Fortnite, okay? So now you say to yourself, you're like, okay, I have display capture and it's showing my whole entire window. What am I gonna do with Fortnite? Well, this is what you do. You open up Fortnite, and let's just shrink this a little bit, Okay, right here, you go into here in your settings, right? I have it on windowed mode, and then if I come up here and press zoom or whatever, I make it really big, but it's still not big enough, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna press this green button here, and what it does is, if you go back, it's now 1920 by 1080. But if you do this, it'll be 25 something, but it'll be 4K resolution anyway. So I'll tell you a way to fix this, but before I show you how to fix it, let me show you all my settings for Fortnite. So 1920 by 1080, 60 FPS, 100 resolution. If you have not done this step that I haven't told you yet, you'd be at like 70% with 100 with 1920 by 1080, but hold on a second. All this is off, VSync off, motion blur off, show FPS on. For these settings here, these are very important settings. Scroll all the way down. And video highlights, turn that off. Record replays off. All these three are off. I know you guys like to watch your replays sometime, but you're just losing your replays and you're gaining a much smoother stream. It's very worth it, trust me. Brightness is brightness, and oh yeah, quality, turn the audio quality to low. That's also a very big one here. Okay, now there's two more things. So after you've copied all these settings for Fortnite or whatever, not save that. Let me just come out of Fortnite here. The next thing that you have to do is you have to go to this link that I'm going to show you in the description. And what this does is it changes your Mac's base resolution, because your Mac is normally at 4K if you have the computer that I have. I'll also leave which computer I have in the description. So you press this download button here. I already have it. Right when you click it, it'll bring you right up to here, and it'll say that I think you'd be somewhere around 2560 by 1440. I think you guys would be one of these. All you have to do is come down here and click 1920 by 1080. And your base canvas resolution for your computer will now be 1920 by 1080. And what this allows you to do is, now that there isn't 4000 pixels and there's only 1920 by 1080 whatever, now that you full screen this, it's only taking up 1920 by 1080, and that's why when it's at full screen 100%, it's only 1920 by 1080. And what this does is it allows your computer to render a lot less pixels. Jesus, it takes the load off your CPU and GPU, so that's also very good. Now the last thing that you have to do, which I found helps one of the most things, go to your Epic Games launcher, and after you're in your Epic Games launcher, go into settings, and then go down into Fortnite, add additional command line arguments, and then paste this. This will also be in the description too, so paste that. You don't have to save it or anything. Just click out and then click back in just to make sure it's still there, and then just exit out, reopen it again, and then start Fortnite. And I kid you not, here's my face just so you could see. When I played off stream, when I was playing before all this, I was getting like maybe 40 FPS. I kid you not, I got 120 FPS when I had this. These are the key methods that you use to get the most perfect streaming on your iMac computer. Anyway, that was this video. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave it down in the comments below. I was Kleinfine. If you guys could do me a big favor, please go to my Twitch channel. That will also be in the description below. Hit that a follow. Let me know that you saw this video and you're coming from YouTube, just so I know that these videos are helping my stream too. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.